Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 48 years of study. I'm going to give you a secret.
Okay.
Nothing in this world is what you think it is. Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Government does not work the way you think it
It's
does.
not about people voting for a president.
No, it has nothing to do with that. We're talking money. We're talking control, corporations, big business, period.
It's all big business and money.
Period.
Yeah.
End of sentence. Now, religion is a corporation. It's all the religions of the Western world, especially in the Western world, all religions operate under maritime admiralty law. So there are certain...
What do you mean maritime admiralty law?
Maritime admiralty is the law of water. And I talk a lot about this in the past. I'm going to talk a lot about it in the future.
Okay.
There are only two things on the earth, on this earth, land and water.
Right.
So there are two kinds of law, the law of the land and the law of water. The law of the land is the custom of the people who live on a particular piece of land. So the law of the land is different in every country.
Right.
I mean, you can do things in Russia you can't do in America.
Right.
You can do things in South Africa you can't do in China because it's the law of the land. That particular piece of land has their own custom. So the custom of the people living on a particular piece of land is called the law of the land.
Okay, got it.
But there is also a larger, far more important law on the earth. It's called the law of the sea, the law of the water. And when you get into, and then that law is referred to in courts as maritime admiralty. Maritime admiralty is the law of water. Once you understand the law of water, it opens up a world of occult hidden symbols and hidden foundations on how we live.
What are some of those laws that we're not aware of?
Oh my goodness! When you walk into a courtroom, why do you go to court? You play basketball on a court. You play tennis on a court.
Right.
Yeah. How do you play tennis on a court? You play with a racket. Come on. And so the judge walks out. He rules from the bench. Right. Look it up in a Latin dictionary. The word bench is a bank in Latin.
Oh.
And so the judge is ruling for the bank. That's why he wears a black robe, because the black robe represents the planet Saturn, the god of banking and law. The black robe represents the planet Saturn, who in the ancient world was called Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
Well, he is Lord of the Rings.
Right, there's rings.
And so women were told in the ancient world to listen to their god, so they would wear an ear ring. Men were to get married before their god, so they wear a wedding ring. Because Saturn was Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
And he is also the inhibitor. He was the one who holds you back. He represents government, banking, the police department, all kinds of institutions that are powerful that can hold you back. He was the inhibitor, the judge, the court, the government.
The structure in
The structure,
astrology.
right.
Yeah.
And so Saturn was the inhibitor who holds you back. Well, the ancient Jews said, in Judaism, they said, because Saturn was very big in Judaism for many years, and it still is in many ways. But in the ancient Jewish tradition, they said, well, since Saturn is the inhibitor who holds you back, then when we worship him or show honor for him, which is on Saturn's day, which actually begins on Friday night.
The Sabbath, the Saturn.
Sabbath, and the very word Sabbath comes from a Phoenician word for the planet. The planet in Saturn, in the Phoenician ancient language, the Phoenician language was Shabbath, and Shabbath becomes Sabbath. So the Sabbath in the Jewish tradition is the holding back, the worship of the God who holds you back. So the ancient Jews said, good, if he's going to hold us back, we'll do nothing. We'll hang out for the whole day and do nothing, because he's going to hold you back anyway. So therefore, it was referred to as the Sabbath, which is actually Shabbath in the Phoenician language for the planet Saturn. And that's why you have the Sabbath on Saturn's day.
Wow. And all these messages are encoded into our consciousness.
And have no idea in the world where they come from.